Okay guys, so just before this video starts, I just wanted to let you know very quickly that my original OEM spoiler is still available to be bought. It is on eBay. I'll put a link in the description, but I just wanted to let you guys know in case anybody wanted one to put in their car back to standard or to put on a Type S, anything really. So enjoy. Right, morning guys, it's finally the day we've come to actually doing the service on the car. We've got all the bits, we've got my dad with me to help me out as well. So we'll go through some of the parts that you might want to use to do it. It's just a basic service, and then we'll get cracking. Okay guys, so talking about the things that we've got to do the service. It's a bit windy today, so I apologise about if you can't hear me at some points, but looking at what we've got your main thing, which is your oil change. So we've got some Miller's branded oil, 5W30. There's so many like different debates on what people say about which oil to use, which brands to use, but that's what I've gone with. And anyway, it's going to be better than me just constantly topping it up with supermarket oil. So yeah, air filter and cabin filter, as well as an oil filter as well to go with it. And wow, it's windy. And there goes the box, as well as a set of spark plugs as well. I've gone with the NGK laser iridium spark plugs, quite popular with people. Some people hate them, but I've heard nothing but good things from other people. So that's the basic things we're going to be doing for the basic service. So we'll crack on getting in the engine bay and have a look what we're doing. So we're going to go with the air filter first, just to have a look. This is one of the very few cars that I know a bit more about than my dad, but I'm not mechanically minded, so we both haven't really got a clue. So
give it a go.
Yeah, we're just having a fiddle about just to see what we can see. So
we've got first clip here.
Yep.
And your air filter, like that. You've got a clip down here. 1, 2, 3 at the back. Right. And then there's two lugs at the back here. Should be able to tilt it and pull it out.
Oh, that were easier than I thought it were going to be.
Nice and simple. One dirty filter.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the new one.
I'm going to say let's compare.
There you go.
There you go. So we're swapping that for that basically.
Yep. Nice and easy fix, this one.
Yeah.
That one's in. And don't forget you've got your two lugs here. You need to locate.
Yeah.
They will go in.
Two popping clips.
Like that. One clip there. Clip down the front. And one clip there. Nice and easy. Back on.
Right, back on.
That's it. That's your air filter done.
Jubilee clip sorted. Bloody hell, that was fast. I wish the rest of it were that easy. Right, so moving on now to the spark plugs. Looking at what we've got, we're just going to take this panel off here, off the rocker cover. And then underneath there should be spark plugs and your coil packs as well.
4 fixings, 2 long ones and 2 short ones.
Okie doke.
And now you've got your coil on plugs. So each spark plug's got a coil on top of it.
Yep.
So we need to undo the fixing and we can remove the coil and the plug will be underneath.
Lovely.
First one.
Bloody hell.
Close fit this.
I'm going to say, it's just that all this front here is like in the worst possible place, isn't it?
Try it with a spanner. Yeah, crack it off with a spanner because they toe. All you've got to remember is that that's a bolt with a thread on top, so it's alternate. You've got to put it back in the right way. Yeah. Just so when the cover goes back on, you get the right fixings in the right place.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
So we've got all the bolts out, all the coils, so we need to pull the coils up from the plug and disconnect the connector.
Sorry, I'm still trying to get bloody focus. There you go, yeah, you can see now.
So you need to get that off.
Yep. How on earth?
That one's it in.
I think they're all going to hit, aren't they? Right, come back to it. We've done a bit of research. This whole panel needs to come off. Right, so after a little brainstorm, we managed to get this off. It's literally a couple of clips which my car's actually missing anyway, but if you look down here, one just down, plastic, and then you've got another one on the other side. This like rubber trimming went all the way across and onto this piece, so you just take that off. We left it on there. Just be careful not to nick the windscreen washer fluid pipe, so that's just still connected there. And then we've just got this panel here. This strut was on there, so we just undone that. and then we're seeing if we can get any more bolts off and try and flex it up and have a look, but if not, then we'll just have to take it off. So we managed to get that heat shield off. It's just a few bolts at the back. You can see some empty ones there. You can see them easily when you're taking it off. But now we've got some free range to take the coil pack straight out. Have they got to go back in a certain order?
Not really.
Not bother.
But I always do. I don't really think it makes any difference.
No.
Oh my god, they're deep.
What is?
The plugs. Are they? They're right deep.
Let's have a look. It's like a never-ending well. Yeah, that's rank. We're just cracking these off. We don't have, well we do have, a, what is it, a spark plug socket specific.
We've got a socket, but it ain't got a rubber in it.
Yeah, so it ain't got a rubber in it, so we won't lift out the spark plugs. So we're going to try and get them out with a magnet instead.
Go on.
I'm taking them all the way off.
Yeah, crack it off and come on.
Ooh, it's warm down there. There we go.
The rubber's missing.
Yeah.
Nobody changes spark plugs nowadays, they all have diesels.
Oh, shut up. You won't be saying that at some point with your van engine. Oh, yeah.
Just all you have to do is get it on end at screwdriver like that.
Yeah, it'll stay
it's
on.
magnet, yeah.
Lovely. So we're just very gently lowering the new spark plugs back in. The main thing to remember is don't just drop them straight in the hole, as you might damage the tip of the spark plug and then it might not ignite properly. I don't have this knowledge, I'm just repeating everything that I've just been told. So. Right, we've basically just put everything back on. I didn't want to just bore you with putting everything back on after telling you how to take it all off. So we put, one thing we've learned though, we've put this panel for the coil pack on first before we put all this back on and the fire guard as well, just because it were easier to get to them with a socket or a spanner. God, words. The spark plugs that we took out looked really good, Nick. There were no any soot or oil or anything like that all over it, so we know that the car is firing correctly and everything's fine. So just getting it some fresh ones. Right, so a few minutes have gone, so a quick update. We took all this panelling back off because we actually need it off to get to the oil filter. But we have noticed that the oil filter is very, very, very deep behind the engine. So we're going to pop it up on some ramps and hopefully then we can possibly see underneath, see if we can get to it, whichever way is easiest. But I'm eager to look at my under tray anyway, because as I go over speed bumps every now and then there's a tiny little scrape, but I don't know if it's the two tabs that you have on either side in front of the wheels, but one of those we've just noticed is slightly hanging off, so we'll have a look at that. See just down that corner, slightly hanging off compared to the other side, is fine. And we've also noticed that if you look on this metal panel, there's a tie wrap holding it on. So, well, at least we know it's not that that's scraping, otherwise the tie wrap had already been obliterated, so.
Watch me hand. Step onto the brakes, go on. Whoa! Don't spin wheels. You'll chuck bricks out. You spun this wheel. Yeah, it nearly chucked brick out. Wait there. Go on. Go on, go on, stop. Right. You can't spin wheels because you're going to spin bricks out and you'll end up landing spoiler on the steps. So you need to get your revs on your biting point, drop handbrake and crawl it forward. Don't go back, do not go back. No. You've got to go forward. What happened then? You've spun bricks out. It don't matter, but you cannot go back at all. Right. So you've got to come forward now. So do not go back. See me hand? Yeah. You're going to go up, and then you're going to get on top, but it's sliding down a little bit, because ramps are, yeah. So just watch me hand. Yeah. Handbrake on, neutral, engine off.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was horrible.
Yeah. Let's see if I can catch it without getting it all over me. You done?
No. It's coming, you ready?
Yeah, just take it off. I haven't done that yet.
Oh yeah, it's off.
Go on, did you get a new washer?
A new washer?
Yeah, for sump plug.
A new what?
Washer.
No, didn't know.
Oh, you should always change your washer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, flatter and flatter.
Oh god, you got it?
Yeah, it's draining, so it starts draining a long way away, but as the oil drops it comes back.
Yeah, so because there's less pressure.
Yeah, and it literally sometimes, instead of coming out and straight down, it actually comes back on itself.
Really? Oh, because it's trickling?
Yeah, that'll be alright.
Right. So while that's just draining, I'll just explain. On here, there was like a metal panel. Just a section that's cut out, which is kind of like a bit of a service panel because you can take it off and get to this easily. The only thing about it that I noticed is it was tie wrapped around here and it was put over the top of the plastic lip here. It's actually meant to tuck underneath, so that's probably why it's been catching on the ground all this time, just because it's just been chucked on and strapped up incorrectly. So we're going to fit that properly when we put it back on. We drain the oil, and then we're going to try and change the oil filter after we've done that. So we're going to try and take the filter from underneath, but we're a bit worried that it's going to trickle down and cover you in it. Has it done it?
It's leaking.
Oh god.
It's a lot easier from underneath than it is from top.
Is it?
Yeah.
Look at that.
One filter.
Lovely.
Yeah, blueprint.
Yeah. Yeah, we're cheap enough.
Yeah, they are. That keeps that sealed.
Yeah.
And then, before we refit it,
yeah,
lubricate the seal.
Alright, okay.
So when it goes back on and mates up, it doesn't snag on anything and rip and damage it. Just a little bit of oil on it like
right. That. Right. Okie dokie.
Helps it.
Right, so new filter's back on, sump plug's back in. We just got a funnel just to make it easier, and we're just going to top up the oil. Do we have to just, I'm guessing we just check it as we're doing it?
Yeah, we'll put probably 4 litres in.
Yeah.
Wild cause level, we'll check it on dipstick and then we'll fire it up and then recheck again.
So how it goes, yeah. I've looked, just from research, it says, well, people have mentioned that it takes about 4.5 litres. This is a 5 litre, so we'll have a bit left over, but you better get too much rather than too little, put it that way.
You want this bit at the highest point.
Oh, right, okay.
Not the lowest.
Right.
It'll gulp.
Look at that lovely fresh stuff. Okay, so the car's off the ramps now. We've checked the oil level, we've pretty much got it bang on first time. We run it a little bit to make sure it's circulating through the engine, check the dipstick, pretty much bang on. So the rest of the oil can just be spare. The only thing left now is to put the pollen filter in, which is on the passenger side, did you say?
Passenger side, yeah, heater box.
Okie doke, which is a 2-second job, so we'll have a look at that, and that should be us done. Right, so now we're moving on to the pollen filter. That's the fresh one here that we've got ready. It's literally just under here. If you, where is it, did you say?
There's a plate, there's a little plate here.
Oh yeah, it's adjusted to like that, yeah.
Unclick it, which is literally, you just pull it and it unclips.
Yeah.
So it sits there and sits there.
Yep.
Put your finger in, pull it out. Oh,
that's rank.
Dirty filter.
No wonder it stinks.
Ugh.
Easy.
In.
It's as easy as that. Right guys, so we've pretty much covered everything. Hopefully that were a bit informative for you, especially if you've got this model of car. If not, it's still knowing about the different things that you need to do a basic service yourself. We've got obviously thank my dad for pretty much doing all of it. I haven't really done anything other than just show you. So thanks again for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, click that little bell button so that it reminds you when I upload a fresh video as well. I am going to be videoing again today for the karting video later on, so that'll be another one straight after, hopefully, after doing this one. So thank you again so much, and like I always say, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.